People call me the fundraiser. They call me that because that's what I do.
The Boondocks is a certified hood classic that had a lot of hidden business lessons in it that no one talks about. And the scene you just watched is lesson number 1. Begin with the end in mind. You'll see why that's the ending for Riley throughout this video. But no matter what you're trying to accomplish, this lesson can be applied. Begin with the end in mind. Let's say your goal is to have $1 million clothing brand. Start visualizing and asking yourself what that looks like for you. How would you operate the business? What quality clothes would you have? How would $1 million clothing brand market their products? What's your end goal? Once you have a clear direction of where you're going, then you can reverse engineer the process and cut out anything that isn't aligned with your mission. For Riley though, this was the beginning of his empire and he didn't even know it yet, because all of a sudden, Riley is yelled at by his granddad to go out and do something with his life. Riley's still young and doesn't have a job yet, so he asked for an allowance. Granddad wasn't going for it though and just made him take out the trash. That created a burning desire inside of Riley. He was tired of being broke and a loser, a desire he would do anything to get rid of. As he's taking out the trash, his neighbor Jasmine pulls up to sell chocolates to his granddad. He folds instantly. Seeing Jasmine make quick money like that sparked Riley's interest. He runs over to Jasmine to ask her what she just sold his granddad, and she tells him about the school fundraiser going on.
That's right, kids. It's time for World's Ultimate Chocolate's annual candy sale fundraiser. I've got mine, and I can't wait to get out there and sell.
Then I remember why I forgot. The World's Ultimate Chocolate's fundraiser is basically like selling crack on consignment, except you don't even get no money. How they gonna disrespect the game like that?
Riley was actually trying to make some real money, so he wasn't going for that, until Jasmine told him she made 4 bands from it.
Damn, and that's when it hit me. The best idea I ever had in my entire life.
This is where things get interesting. The following scene is extremely important because he went to tell his brother Huey about it, but Huey knew exactly what would come with taking that route, so he tried to warn him that things would end up bad, very bad. Riley didn't want to hear it.
You want to start a fundraiser with no cause? Cause. I'm the cause. Cause I want a house. Cause I want a yacht. Cause I want to get this guap. That's the cause. So no matter how bad it is, you don't want to hear it. Nope.
Huey gives up on trying to convince him, but gives him a bulletproof vest just in case. Pay close attention to the vest because it'll end up saving Riley's life, but we'll get to that later on. In the very next scene, he presents his plan to Jasmine and Phil, the top candy sellers in the class, which brings us to lesson number 2, build a team of winners. This is a lesson I just learned this year for real. I was someone that always tried to do everything myself and never wanted to ask for help. I guess part of it was pride and part was just me not trusting anyone to do it. I feel like it wasn't gonna get done properly or they might mess up what I built, but the whole time that mindset was holding me back from getting to the next level. You have to build a strong team with the best people if you want to build a sustainable business. If you look at PayPal, for example, the company was founded by a group of some of the smartest and influential men in Silicon Valley. People call them the PayPal Mafia. They have a combined net worth of over $300 billion. Don't try to be a one-man army. Build a team of winners and you'll get way further in life. Riley understood this and did whatever he needed to get him on his team. When Jasmine questions him on the cause of the fundraiser, he just straight out lies to her, telling her all the stuff that she wants to hear. But it worked. He got him on the team. The only thing left was some startup money, which he got from them as well. This was a smart but risky move by Riley that many business owners use, using other people's money. See, when you use other people's money, it gives you the capital needed to get things up and running without coming out of your own pocket. If you make the right moves, you can pay them the money back and start making a profit. But if things don't go well, you're gonna be left in debt with your investors hating you. There was a missing link to Riley's team though. He needed some muscle, someone ruthless to take over the competition. He found that in Cindy, a girl who had the Girl Scout cookie game on lock. So he recognized a great potential business partner and threw her a bone, aka his fundraising plan. Riley took his scheme seriously though, building a website, labels, and candy, all in an effort to make his fundraiser look legit on the surface. But to his surprise, people were already fed up with the candy from all the school kids doing the same and rejected any of his attempts to sell them anything. Things had to change fast. So the team got together and started plotting about the best tactic to take down the neighborhood and get a monopoly in selling candy. And after a short debate, Riley came up with a new strategy, a strategy that would make everyone in the school want to join him.
A war is bad for business. We'll do better than stupid prizes. Put the word out. You sell for us, we'll pay you. Cash.
That brings us to lesson number 3, create a blue ocean strategy. See, Riley's plan wasn't working because he was doing the same thing as everyone else. He was in a red ocean. Red oceans are all the industries in existence today. In red oceans, industry boundaries are defined and accepted, and the competitive rules of the game are known. Here, companies try to outperform their rivals to grab a greater share of existing demand. As the market space gets crowded, profits and growth are reduced. Products become commodities, leading to cutthroat or bloody competition. Blue oceans, in contrast, denote all the industries industries not in existence today. In blue oceans, demand is created rather than fought over. There's ample opportunity for growth that's both profitable and rapid. In blue oceans, competition is irrelevant because the rules of the game are waiting to be set. A blue ocean is an analogy to describe the wider, deeper potential to be found in unexplored market space. A blue ocean is vast, deep, and powerful in terms of profitable growth. If you really want to succeed in life and business, create a blue ocean strategy. There's actually a book on this. It's a great read. I'll make sure I leave a link for it in the description if you want to check it out. If you appreciate this game, all I ask is you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for your boy. But as for Riley, I ain't gonna hold you. His plan actually worked. The word spread like wildfire. He had everyone wanting to be part of the team. He was going so crazy that the school had caught on and called him to the principal's office. Once inside, he plays on the principal's morals and pays him off by offering 5% of the sales. Up to this point, young Riley had things on lock. All those gangster movies he was watching was starting to pay off.
Kids signed up to be sellers on our website, and their parents sent the money to a PayPal account. We paid off store owners for their old candy. Once the candy was delivered to the seller, it was time for them to go sell. And man, did they sell. They sold after school, on weekends, day, night, rain, sleep, whatever. Parents were the best customers. The fundraiser kept their kids occupied and even had them making their own money. But it wasn't just about money, it was about winning. We had parents violating company policy just to get their kids' numbers up. We had grown adults actually risking their jobs by trying to push bars on their co-workers. And it didn't cost me nothing. It was beautiful. Once they finally sold through that candy, they give us the cash, we give them their cut, and another box of chocolate bars. And the whole thing starts all over.
Rinse and repeat. Then they started expanding, and other neighborhoods started falling under Riley. To make things even bigger, they got other schools involved against each other in a competition to see which one will make bigger sales. No matter who won, they won. Things grew beyond Riley's wildest dreams. But then, Riley made his first mistake, and the downfall began.
Hey, you can't do that. That money is for the animals.
Come on, Jasmine. We allowed to spend some of it on ourselves. Call it operating expenses. Don't worry, there's gonna be plenty of money left for the animals.
Are you sure?
When things are growing, never take money out of the business, especially not to show off. In the next scene, we witness how morals can easily be bought when Granddad tries to confront Riley about the fundraiser, but shuts up when Riley gifts him with his dream car. Soon enough, the whole gang became reckless, a lesson they didn't learn from movies. And they start buying material things to show off, starting with Riley's granddad, and then Jasmine buying her dad a flat screen TV and golden chain. But as I mentioned earlier, Riley was in a red ocean, which could lead to fierce competition. The rival organization, World's Ultimate Chocolate, sent a message that they weren't feeling Riley's expansion in the form of wrecking the stands and intimidating the chocolate sellers up and down the neighborhood. Riley, however, even when his friends displayed worries, refused to back down. Knowing when to exit is so important. This doesn't just apply to business though. This could be a friendship, relationship, job, a party, anything. Know when it's time to leave. If you don't, it can cost you everything you built. Things got worse when World's Ultimate Chocolate sent him a big chocolate mold of one of his sellers. Once they broke the mold, the kid trapped inside spilled out everything he knew and said that what happened to him was just a message. This was more than enough for the majority of the gang to quit right there.
Gary, I want to go home now.
What?
Me too. I quit too.
Why? 'Cause he got dipped in chocolate? Big deal. He's a kid. That sounds like something most kids would want to have happen.
Since Riley turned a deaf ear to warnings, the next one was the explosion of his grandpa's dream car, almost taking them both out. This time, Riley got the message. He realized that dirty business comes with a price, and sometimes the price is too high to pay. With an ache in his heart, Riley decided to shut down his hard-built but dishonorable business as he was walking into his operation headquarters just to be approached by a beggar asking for some spare change. Even though his first rule of fundraising was not to give any money to anyone, he experienced a change of heart and gave the man $100. Riley encountered being held at gunpoint by Alistair Rigby, the world's ultimate chocolate boss. He wasn't playing either.
I have to go to the dentist, I'm upset. When Liverpool beats Arsenal, I'm upset. But when some little shit decides to take over one of the most profitable territories in the country, I'm beyond fucking upset. I'm very fucking upset. So, from now on, you're under new management.
He allowed Riley to keep breathing, but gave him an ultimatum to work for him for a 10% cut. This next scene is legendary.
Look, you, the plane you flew in on, them shoes, your socks with the bell on it, your very faggot accent, them cheap-ass cigars, your yuck-mouth teeth, your hairpiece, your chocolate, Guy Ritchie, Prince William, the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue. Now get the out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the out of you.
That almost cost Riley his life, but as soon as they were ready to teach him a lesson, the real mob boss and his gang kick the door in and shoot Rigby, and before he could take over the operation, the FBI kicks the windows in and they start going to war with each other. A brutal shootout with dead bodies all over the place, and Riley gets the hell out of there, barely dodging the rain of bullets. All the hustling they did was for nothing though, because Riley finds out Jasmine donated all of their money to the charity. Riley was devastated. Riley walks out to throw away the garbage, feeling like a loser again, back to his life of being a nobody, when a stranger asks him a question.
Do it again.
Hey, you kids still selling those chocolate bars for charity?
Even though they were selling chocolate bars, the hidden warning in this episode is to not follow what the hood and gangster movies are showing. It never turns out good.